What do a network of homeless and undocumented individuals and grassroots organizations in Brussels, a set of urban spaces frequented by international students in Budapest, the loosely connected commercial spaces in the Fatih district of Istanbul, and 2 zones of migration agricultural labor in Belgium and the Netherlands have in common? The answer is they count as research sites in the ReROOT project. These examples bring out the fact that a site does not necessarily need to be a named, nicely circumscribed space, such as a city or a neighborhood, a campus or a village. And even if such a place looks neatly confined, it is important to look into how parts of it are connected to many other places, far or nearby. And anyways, in the age of the internet, digital connectivity and social media use are an everyday reality in whatever circumscribed, even seemingly isolated place. What really makes spaces into a site is how, in the case of ReROOT, newcomers take an important part in giving them a sense of place, weaving them together through their everyday conversations and dealings with other people, with organizations and administrations nearby or far away. Even in the short description of some ReROOT sites we just gave, you witness how different groups of newcomers, homeless people, students, shopkeepers or seasonal workers, are making these places come alive. It is this life, be it social, cultural, religious, economic, intimate, etc., that the ReROOT researchers studied, as said, in 3 different but complementary ways. The ReROOT project started in earnest with exploratory ethnographic research. We call it exploratory because it was in the process of starting to relate and engage with newcomers in particular settings that researchers became aware of the integration issues that people found urgent or relevant, frustrating or motivating. For instance, in the Nordstadt neighborhood of Dortmund, the research team engaged in a multitude of informal conversations with inhabitants, as well as experts and social workers. In the process, they gradually became aware that many newcomers' families struggled with accessing social infrastructure for their children. Think of health services, daycare, and schools. The bulk of the ethnographic research then consisted in sufficiently mapping the different dimensions of this issue, its effects on the children in terms of personal and social development, but also its effects on the parents, who found it difficult to combine their daytime jobs with the extra care for their children. The research further involved discussions with teachers and social workers, but equally with the local education authorities. As is standard in classic ethnography, the research techniques ranged from informal conversations to more formal interviews, consulting documents, participating in events, as well as in the everyday routines of people. This exploratory phase was followed by the second type of research, what in ReROOT we called collaborative action research. Basically, this was ethnographic research in which the interaction was intensified. The collaboration went beyond understanding the issues at hand and was oriented towards doing something about them. In Nordstadt, as we will see in Module 3.3, this consisted in an awareness-raising public event around the lack of school places. In a completely different setting, the small city of Karditsa in central Greece, the research team also identified issues of education in an arrival situation in which the local NGO called Anchor, in partnership with the municipality, was offering language lessons in Greek. To this Anchor agreed to add French and Arabic language classes for children whose mother tongue was either of these two. Moreover, these languages were taught by volunteer newcomers who had a professional background in education. Now, the ReROOT researchers accompanying this process witnessed the beneficial effects of these mother tongue classes for parents, pupils, volunteer teachers and the surrounding community Parents saw the language competencies of their children grow in view of possible later migrations or indeed repatriation. Pupils found new occasions to socialize. Teachers had the opportunity to practice their profession. And overall, the researchers observed feelings of belonging mounting among the newly emergent learning community. Now, the third type of research will be presented in module 3.4.